And now I dip. Bye.
Now I dip. Bye. Recording activate. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are y'all doing?
I don't know, Mr. DM. What are we doing?
I said how, not what.
Oh,
How? I'm doing well. How about you?
been better, been worse.
Now, is there any questions before we jump into tonight's session?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, same.
One.
Do we need a roll 20 pull up or anything? If we have that
Nope.
here, I don't know. Okay, cool.
So,
There is no roll 20.
Go to bed.
you are meant to be taking a nap, asshole. Otherwise, I've got to keep muting myself whenever you talk.
I do take nap now. Bye.
Take a vocal nap.
So, last time on Ultimate Spider-Man, hate the show. I've said that twice now, this past 2 weeks. We had, well, I don't think I'm going to be going over the recap for the other group. I'll wait till the second half for that one. So I'll go over the recap of when Andros departed the theater. Andros entered into the theater with his two other party members, obtained obscene amounts of loot from a dragon's corpse, and had a lovely time when the theater decided to collapse in on itself as residual after effects of said dragon's murder. Now, you took off at a left straight after the form of what you thought was Remakath. And that's where we ended off. Nothing much else happened apart from learning that supposedly this thing, this Igni Chromenon, is at the World's End Vault. Supposedly. Or at least the person related to it does, a Remir Yorin. Now, is there any questions at all before we jump in?
No.
That made it sound like there was one.
I'm sending the loot I got to you on Discord so that I remember that I have it.
It's in the campaign VC chat.
I know, and now I'm saving it to my phone.
Okay. I thought you said sending it to me on Discord. That's why I was like, what? No, I know what it is. Okay. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump in. So, I don't know if this is the right music. Oh, it is. Okay, wonderful. We'll jump in now. So, we open in to a cramped wooden enclosure. About, 2 feet in terms of width, and maybe 7 feet in terms of height. A cabinet, or a wardrobe, or a dresser. Regardless of its function, it now serves as a hiding spot. And my Wi-Fi is dying. Give me 1 second, please.
Do.
There we go. Now, a hiding spot. Regardless of what it once was, it now serves as a spot to remain unseen from prying eyes that have reason to look. All we hear is the sound of water dripping in the distance. No movement or even sense of it. We hide because of a dragon. A dragon which has sought to make the catacombs beneath Nerevar its lair and has done so successfully for years. We hide because this is the route we know to take to either leave or enter the city of Nerevar. Now, route is relative. We know that there are several structures and landmarks to follow, but there's not really a general roadmap planned. As we sit there, holding our breath, waiting in silence. Reverence, would you like to describe your character?
Reverence is on the taller end for a tiefling. He's about 5'10", and in his time living, he's forged an agile yet athletic body. He's rather attractive with his clean scarlet red skin, his light sangria tousled hair that always seems to find itself in an ideal position. The striking gold in his eyes, an athletic cut figure. He's relatively a very good-looking individual. His traveling attire consists of a blue-collared, concealed placket button-up shirt with an elaborate crimson fencing cape laden with fur. His pants were a dark purple, and the waist of which was covered by a thick brown belt holding all sorts of gear on it. And I'm going to send you an image in private, and I'm just going to send one once everyone gets here. I'll send one in VC chat when we meet up with the rest of the group.
Smash. 2 hot pitches. Oh, yeah.
And I don't think you need an image, do you, Willow?
I've got your profile picture on DT Beyond, bro.
Good.
I'm good.
As expected.
So, as you stand there in silence, question: do you hold the item that you're delivering within your
Absolutely.
grasp, or keep it in a backpack?
Not in my backpack. I have it more so either in my pocket or strapped to my belt, somewhere that I can grab it and see it and keep a very close eye on it, but not just holding it in his hands.
Absolutely. And as you sit there, you usually wait about 20 minutes or so, and it's easy enough to count in a place where there's nothing else to do. As you approach about the 19th minute, just to be certain, better safe than sorry, or else you end up in a dragon's jaws, but that there is no Axel the Defiler lurking around, at least this point in time, you begin to hear these very harried footsteps running. You hear the pattering on water. There's lightly filled walkways of this essentially sewer system. At least that's what it appears to be right now. This music's a little bit too intense.
The footsteps there are only 2 from what I can tell. Yes?
Appears to be only one set of footsteps. And we're going to quickly cut over to Andros. So Andros, as you run from the theater, chasing after a patron that once was, do you say anything? Or do you just run in silence, hoping to catch?
Silence hoping to catch. But Andros is running like he hasn't ever run before.
Okay. Almost impossibly fast. You're not the most athletic person, but still the form ahead of you moves not with a grace, but with a hurry, a pace that you can't even fathom. Takes a left turn, then a right, and then you're now in this brick and mortar sewer system. Cramped, it's dark, it's cold, but you still chase after that turquoise tailcoat. As it rounds another corner, you round to about 5 seconds later. And you come into what essentially is a hallway covered with numerous crates, wardrobes, mannequins, all tattered clothing, all scattered around and pushed to either side. But no Remakath. And it's at this point, Anya, I will need you to describe Andros' appearance to Reverence.
Looks sort of not pale, but washed. Semi-cut jawline, a crescent moon shaped red and gold lined mask hangs on his waist. Currently, he's got a green, I think the hag mask on. He's got a flowing red robe pushing behind him. He's got bands and bangles of jewelry all over him. All rings on every finger that's not the thumbs, and the left ring finger, because that's the one I gave Eveld. Bracelets almost all the way up to the elbow, and a slightly oversized, seeming to be like sun hat, like performer sun hat. And he is currently got his face flushed with effort as he's racing through these halls.
All right. Does he fit the character art that you have in the
Yes, minus the mask. The mask has changed.
All right, the mask is different. Got it. Mask is different, plus all the rings and bracelets and adornments.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Yeah. So, Andros, as you come to a staggered stop, nothing inside. No humanoid, form anywhere to be seen. What do you do?
Fuck.
Fuck.
Don't do that, please. This don't
Not-
deserve it.
Not yet. Son of a bitch. I was coming in peace this time, you cunt. And Andros starts just pacing through this place.
Yeah.
Fuck! I'm lost.
Reverence, you do see all this
And
happening and mirror
something-
happening from inside of your cabinet.
Stepping out from the little hiding spot he's taken. Well, that makes two of us.
Oh. Alright.
Both hands up in the air.
Same with Andros. Didn't realize I had company.
I didn't expect any company.
Yes, well, apparently, if
We
you're
should
lost
put
here,
your voice down and also keep all the steps down. The dragon still lurks about. Or it passed 3 times in the past, 3 days. Kind of rubbing his
you're
head.
the dragon, I have good news. And bad news. Good news is he's dead.
What?
The bad news is he's also dead. Because this place was tied to him. So now it seems to be falling apart. Sorry. I have friends who could explain it better, but
I'm going to check on this. Me, Aragon knows it's true, but Reverence does not.
Sorry, what are you going to do? I didn't hear.
I'm insight checking this.
Sure.
That's a 15.
Andros, you can roll a persuasion check if you would like to.
hell yes I would. That's a 26.
For all that you've known this person for 30 seconds, at least right now, they're not lying. Best you can tell. Which is, as unbelievable as it is that an ancient topaz dragon is just dead. Sorry, adult. Let me correct myself. Apologies. Don't want to get the wrong impressions. They don't appear to be lying.
Well, you're kidding, right? It would take probably 100 good soldiers to take that thing down, or at least 15 adventurers.
Or one good explosion in a weak spot, it would seem.
Somebody blew it up?
From the inside, too.
That thing's huge. How the hell do you blow up a dragon? Oh shit, I'm
Through the
speaking.
mouth.
There is no dragon. I can speak as loud as I want.
Through the mouth is how you blow up that big a dragon. And now, I can't particularly retrace my steps. After the dragon after we found the dragon's body, the the theater started crumbling all around, there was a woman I was with. She's alive. Just, I'm not certain where. And I believe I was led here by something that has claimed to need my help, but constantly seems to not want it.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Well, with all of this fun sewer, doom, dragon bullshit, I would very much like to get out of here.
That makes two of us. I'm a lot more of a surface-dwelling spotlight seeker. That's me.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
sun
really
is my game. I'm not too much of a fan of skulls in every wall and funky
Yeah.
smells.
Yeah, living catacombs. Surprisingly, not a good venue for me mentally.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Reverence.
A pleasure, Andros. Then
Andrew.
he extends his hand.
He shakes it. Well, Dragon's really dead, huh? Well, at least that lets us get around here quicker. I
And
can't tell if I was actually able to hide from it, or if it was merely playing tricks on me.
well, I suppose at this point it's all hearsay. Whether it knew you were here or not, it doesn't anymore.
It's not
I
like
have,
we ask it.
yeah, I have friends down here. They got separated when the theater started collapsing. From where you were, did you see a half orcish figure and a man with a metal boar? Did you happen to see anything like that coming through here, or?
I have not really seen much of anyone down here. I've felt a couple of rumblings recently, but I've seen a dragon. A big one. Very big
Yes,
one. That's about it.
the rumblings seem to have been, according to, again, my friends, I'm not really the brains, was what happened after the dragon died. So it can't have been long, especially if this place is still standing.
Well, if this entire catacomb system were to go collapsing, probably most of Nerevar would come with it. Or, well, at least a district.
Hmm. Surprisingly, that's concerning.
So I doubt they would all come crumbling down. So are
Yeah.
they the type who can handle themselves and get to the surface safely, or are they the types that need constant assistance?
They're the types that can handle themselves, but we're down here looking for people, so as much as I want to get back to surface as soon as possible, they're almost certainly deeper in. Is there any sort of passageway that I can see from where I'm at?
I have it.
Welcome back. Uh,
I
is
decided
there
to use
any
the
form
bathroom.
of, like, any sort of passageway from the room we're in?
Yes. So, you came in from behind, but ahead of you is essentially a T-junction. So you can go left, right, or back the way you came. And with how you know the catacombs, it doesn't really matter if you try and go back the way you came. It could be a different place entirely. Could be something new, or same thing.
Well,
Well, you wouldn't by any chance know this place like the back of your hand, and you can escort a wary traveler on his way out of here?
again, I'm a surface dweller, not really.
Assumed as much.
Ah, heads or tails?
So tails.
Hold on, let me actually flip a coin.
Fun
Let me
not
flip
included,
a die.
Aragon.
Let me flip a die. Oh. What'd you say?
That
Is it pun not included in that one? We'll go with tails.
Go with tails, pun included.
Okay. What'd you
was
get? Aren?
head. We go left.
Okay. You go left.
We go left.
Your journey
Oh,
takes you for about. Sorry, carry on. Didn't mean to interrupt.
well, it's been a while since I've actually been able to talk to anyone. I think I've been down here for about 4 days.
I'm not sure how long we've been down here.
I'm starting to lose track of time. No
There's not
path,
relative anywhere.
right? Man. Sometimes it feels like when I'm going upstairs, I'm going down.
Yeah, this place is alive, and I don't mean in the way that, oh, this couch sort of really brings the room together. It really brings it to life. No, this place is like moving staircases, changing hallways type shit.
Sometimes I can't tell if all my senses are going to shit. This place is as crazy as people say.
Could always be both. From what I've learned, there seems to be at least one very powerful fae inhabiting these catacombs. So,
Hey,
yeah, that was what I was chasing.
so first there's a
Um,
dragon, and now there's a fairy.
Yeah, they're not. These catacombs seem to be a magnet for all sorts of characters.
Next, we're gonna find a Baylor down here or something.
Hmm.
Who knows? Maybe we find the king, King Vihar, or whatever the hell his name was, Emperor Vihar.
If we do, he owes me so much. If he was one of the people down here, because I was sort of contracted to find people for a price. If one of them is the king, I'm taking an upcharge.
There's not been a king in KSMR since it existed.
The old days.
No, not even in the old days. There was never a king.
But the word must exist, right?
No, the word exists. Like everyone knows what the concept of a king is. It's just that in Naravar, in KSMR, there is no kings.
Man, I don't know all the world history around here. I'm just here.
Yeah, same.
Okay. So would my two players be kind enough to allow me to narrate and show where you're going?
So, Andros. Oh, you were no. Go on.
Server mute time. Server mute. Server mute.
I would like to say I'm behaving.
For once. All right.
Oh,
So you take a left turn. You go down the path, and it's more another stretch. There we go. Fucking hell, words are hard to come by today. Another stretch of sewer for about 10 minutes until it begins to give way to a almost uncomfortable looking metal spiraling corridor. Could you both roll me perception checks, please?
We go from stone to metal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my or actually I can choose to use it if I fail. I pass. It doesn't matter.
I do.
Pass your own standards.
This is
Give it 10.
17 plus 9.
No, that's it. That fails. Okay. Andrews, what did you get?
A solid 10.
Solid 10. Honestly, not that bad. Okay. So, 10 and a... What was that? Fucking 26? 10 and 26. I was only asking to see if anyone would get a natural 1. The whole way ahead of you stretches for a bit, about maybe 60 feet or so, before it does open out into what appears to be another room. And... Reverence, around you, you see that these interlocking, constant bronze spirals are actually tiny little mechanical bronze lizards,
Are they
all interlocking in this constant left to right loop and around and around and around. What were you gonna ask?
are they like moving? Are they? That's what I was gonna ask.
Are they moving? Here and there, one or two is, Nothing crazy, maybe just like a twitch of the tail, twitch of the head, a little jostling of the shoulders. Nothing more than that.
Well, someone would pay a lot to have this built.
Yeah. Putting it mildly.
Yep. What's your passive perception?
Yip-a-doo-boo. 13.
13. Uh, when Reverence walks, he doesn't make much sound when he walks. Of course, just a pitter-patter of boots, but it's very quiet. Even though he's running at a full pace, or he's walking full pace.
So, as you eventually exit the corridor, or go to, rather, about 10 steps away or so from the exit, you start hearing this constant shaking rattle. Like it's back and forth, almost maraca like. And you look around, and in unison, these lizards are all moving in this clockwise motion. Yeah, clockwise motion. Around and over, one step at a time, while spasming out their tails. It's not harmful, though it is uncomfortable to watch.
Does this go across the floor and the ceiling too?
Yeah. You're moving like it's wobbly. It's not enough to the point where you need to make dex saves or fall prone, but it's enough to the point where you're off balance, and it just feels wrong.
Well, have you seen many rooms like this yet, or is this the first one?
Every room brings a fun new challenge. One was a forest back there.
Seriously?
I know.
I wonder who the hell made this. I'm walking. Very
Okay.
cautiously, however. I'm not going to be moving full speed.
You're walking and you're on the back of a dread. No, I'm kidding. Okay. So as you take tentative steps forward, eventually you leave it and come into a different room. Environment, it's all relative here. You go to take a step out of the corridor, and immediately your boot plunges into about shin-high water. Look down, and it's this expanse of darker blue, murky waters, which vaguely you can see if your passive perception is above. Sorry, passive investigation is above a 12. I don't think anyone's is. No, it's
No.
not.
Actually, my perception's
Well,
19, but my investigation's not that high.
yeah. So, you could guess then, maybe assume that it gets much deeper, much further in. You look around, and there's these giant, winding trees of a species you're unfamiliar with that reach up towards the ceiling of this place, and the boughs that spread out leave leaves hanging which come down, each having clusters of these bright orange, look to be fruits almost, giving off bursts of dim light around them. What looks to be the way to traverse this place are these numerous large, when I say large, I mean huge, lily pads that look as if they could maybe hold the weight of 4 humanoids that of medium height, regular average weight.
So what are the odds that we step on those lily pads and something snatches us along with the pad?
Almost 100. You want me to go first?
Not quite. Here. And I'm going to check my inventory. One moment. You know what? I'm going to before I hop on every lily pad, I'm going to toss a bag of rations on it.
Okay. I will say
And
this: there's a couple of differing sizes, right? There are these large ones which you could probably lay out 6 people on and still be fine. There are ones which maybe 4 people could stand on together, huddle up, and then there's ones which you can like put a foot on to like use as a moving point to the next one. But yes, bag of rations on each one.
He won't do it to the small ones for fear of losing the bag, but yeah, he's still going to do that.
Absolutely. So you toss out a bag, trying to aim it for the center. The lily pad doesn't give, like, at all.
Oh.
Huh.
You won't by any chance be carrying a heavy rock on you by any chance? No?
No.
Well, actually... So these trees, the canopy of the trees make up the ceiling. And in this canopy there would be branches, yes?
Appears to be, yes. These trees themselves, before you ask, they are spaced out about 30 feet apart each. And it looks as if the canopy itself takes up... sorry, I'm trying to grab the correct words to say. The branches make up maybe 20 feet of that 30, and then the leaves extend for 10 feet beyond that before coming down. Just so we're clear on that front.
Yep. And how long is the broom, if we can tell?
From what you can see, currently, you can't see everything because there are numerous things in the way, and it is pretty dim in here. Currently, maybe 80 feet, but that could potentially be up to 140, 200.
Alright.
Decently large for a fight, not that large in terms of travel time. If it all goes well.
Well, I would recommend throwing a rope onto the trees and swinging across, but I don't think it's long enough for that. Alright, let's say we just hop off and we keep doing my ration idea, although I doubt it's going to work.
Should be fine. Yeah, Andros is going to hop to the first one.
I'm going to take the dodge action and hop. Take the dodge action, hop. Continuing doing the same thing.
So, as you go to jump Andros, you land, and it's almost like throwing a small rock onto a lake that's just covered in ice. Nothing gives, nothing cracks, nothing bends. It's just solid, sturdy ground.
Including the water? Or just in the lily pad?
No, just the lily pad.
Okay. I was about to try to walk on water.
Hey, you can still try, you just won't succeed.
I'm gonna just one right after the other try to go and go and go.
Yeah, absolutely. You do so. Certainly.
Huh.
You get about 40 feet in, and indeed this room continues to about 200 feet in totality. You see there's this large, almost triangular shaped hole cut into a smooth rock surface ahead of you. And as you move, get about 40, 45, 50 feet in. I need to roll something real quick, just to make sure.
Chomp.
That's cocked. Do you remind me what your passive perceptions are again?
19.
13.
13. Revens, you're following behind Andros at a steady pace, but still a careful one. You hear this faint splash off in the distance. Can't tell how far away, but off to the right.
Stop. Wait a moment.
Stopping.
Something's over there. He's going to point over to the right off in the distance. There's something in the water. Something in the water.
Remind me again where you saw that?
Point off into the right corner of the room. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll make a run straight across, and if anything tries to snatch me up, we'll know there's something there. He's gonna rub his hands together, do a quick leg stretch, and I am going to double dash over there with my rogue dash as well. And I'm gonna, across the lily pads, trying to get the triangle-shaped hole. Trying to move too fast for if anything's trying to catch us.
Apart from that singular splash, nothing else happens. You make the rest of the distance and stand at the lip of the hole, and you're fine. You don't see or hear any movement, and Andros, you didn't see anything either.
Oh, it's good. Come across.
Okay. Yeah, Andros is gonna up across.
Certainly. So, as you get towards this hole, you see that there's nothing more than a sharp decline and a long, smooth surface leading down. And reverence, for someone that's traveled the catacombs quite frequently, you'd know that the catacombs themselves, there are denizens that make their residence there that can kill you. There are sometimes, poisonous objects, there are spikes, but they're always within view. You've never felt like the catacombs are actively trying to kill you in terms of location. In terms of people and denizens, certainly, but location has never been the case. So this steep, sharp, almost slide-like thing, it's alarming, but potentially could be a risk you're willing to take. It just leads off into darkness, even though you have dark vision, can't see beyond that 60 feet.
Will you really make a plunge?
Certainly.
You got a torch?
Something better. I'm going to call dancing lights. Would you let me just leave it in my hand?
Sure.
Okay.
No, fuck you. No, you can.
Right then, well, maybe the slide brings us closer to the top for some reason. Let's go.
Oh.
He's gonna try to jump when he does. Take the slide down.
Yeah, I'll
So, apologies. So, as you hit the slide, as it were, continue down, and down, and down, until after a minute the dancing lights gives out. You have to recast it. In that single spot of blackness, you hear this keening, whispering, indistinguishable voices just stretch out from the sides of the walls, the ceiling, the floor. It's just this loud, cacophonous, before the lights come back on, it's silence. You're still sliding.
All right, keep your lights on. We don't want to go lights out for much longer.
Yeah.
Eventually, you come towards the edge of the end of your slide. I need you both to make me perception checks. Again.
18. If this fails, I'm going to use one of my knack dice.
14.
14, 18. As the slide comes to a halt and you open up into this space that's filled with warm, soft light, you see around you are numerous bookshelves at about a waist height. Standing by every one of them, there's 8 of them, 4 on either side, left and right. Door on the left, door on the right, and doors in the front of you. Standing by every single one of them is this long-limbed, lanky being. Same arrangement of limbs as yourself, but they stretch to about 8 feet tall. All sinewy red muscle. Not wet, thankfully, but it's just the muscular structure. And in the direct center of the room, almost paralyzed almost, is this woman in a blue cloak, gray skin, darker, deep dark purple hair, and blinding white eyes. Changeling. And she sat in the direct center with her leg caught in the floor of the room. And from what you can see, in this center there's a circle, and in that circle is what looks to be a decorative mouth. The mouth of which is now clamped around her leg. She's not looking at you. Thankfully, she looked away just as you came in, so you just caught a glimpse of her eyes. And these beings around are just deathly silent, each slowly, carefully putting books on shelves before moving over.
All right, I'm going to surely, but I'm going to start speaking in your head, Andros. The room grays out just a tiny amount, and you start seeing little, almost silver leaf petals fall between you and him. And now he's speaking in your head. No pointless heroics. This might be a simple crying girl in an alley trap. Let's remain silent. I'm gonna make a stealth.
In a collapsing room. In a place that's bound to collapse. I can't just... I can't.
I'm gonna start moving closer towards the center of the room.
Okay. Please make a stealth check.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
If I need, if
18?
this fails, 18. If I fail, I can use my die. Just remember that. Every time I fail, just let me know. I can always use a die.
24.
A4. 18 does fail, just so you know.
It does. All right, I'm gonna use a die. D. So D8. That's a 5. So 18, 19, 20, 23.
23 and 24. As you move closer, past left and right bookshelves, you see now that on the actual face of these creatures is just a bone-white mask, and it's just above the lower jaw. This way you'd assume it would be. But the only noise which emanates from them as you get closer is this quiet weeping, soft, ever so quiet crying from each of them. Creep past the first two, then the second two. As you get towards the center, the woman's head whips around before she twists her left hand around, ring finger held down, pulls out a short strand of copper wire, and says to you, Reverence, because you're in the lead, in your head, "Help me out, please. Don't respond unless you can find a way to talk outside of this. Help me out, I'll make it worth your while." Before waiting to see your head motion.
Do I see the exit of the room?
There is a door to the left, a door to the right, and a door ahead of you. Each door would lead you past at least two of these creatures.
All right, I'm assuming we're closer to the left door, and I'm gonna.
You're in the direct center of the room, so any way you want to go, really.
I'm gonna go towards the left door, and I'm going to tell Andros to the left.
To the middle, there's a woman.
No heroics.
Where's she trapped in?
She is trapped in essentially the center of the room. And the floor, built in, is what looks to be like a decorative stone-carved mouth. It is clamped around her leg currently.
I'm going to take out a piece of copper wire, wrap it around my own finger, point at her.
Before you continue, she subtle spelled hers. Just so you know, you will still be making sound while casting message.
Then Andros is going to leap of faith this. He's going to pull a seemingly fake, by out of character standards, like usual magic wand, black in the middle, white on the edges. and is going to look at her and sort of hold it out.
I'm gonna have her roll an insight check, and I want you to make me persuasion check if you mean to help, deception check if you mean to hinder. Tell me what it is.
It will be perception. Persuasion.
Yes,
one.
perceive.
Perceive my helpfulness.
See, I don't know if this is going to pass. It's a 30? 19 plus 11?
Fuck.
Nah, DC was 40.
Oh, damn.
So as you hold out the wand, is this a specific magical item you have, or is this something else entirely?
Just sorcerer arcane focus.
Gotcha. Hold out the wand, and she reaches out and snatches for it with this thankful look upon her face before points it down to her leg. And you see her twirl it counterclockwise, again twisting left hand ring finger down, sort of spelling. And the mouth begins to just slowly, with this soft rumbling sound, just this move back. She pulls her leg out. None of the creatures have reacted. She shoots this dirty look towards Reverence's back. But so far,
Kind of shrugs and gestures to the exit that Reverence is headed towards.
left door. I need you all to roll a stealth check, please.
Another one.
I'll inspire this woman. She seems like a nice lady.
25.
25. What is the inspiration die?
D8.
D8. Where's my D8? There it is.
21. 16 plus 5.
She also got a 21.
Oh, twinsies. She can only be trusted.
So, as you move forwards, pass by without a sound. This soft, almost noiseless from either creature.
That's unsettling. I'm allergic to whatever the fuck that is. Let's go.
And as you move forwards, slow, carefully, you eventually reach the door. Now here's the question to define all questions and choices to come. Aragon, do you push the door or do you pull the door?
Oh no! Right. Can I see the hinges? Nah, I wouldn't even think about that. I'm gonna pull the door. That's not
Pull the
even
door.
No.
Pull the door. You got to
Yes.
pull it. This kind of rattling noise before. Oh fuck! It was a push. And Andros at the back. You hear that? Stop. Turn around slow. And you see that the woman at the back is shaking slightly, but just staring straight ahead. And you turn around. I need Andros to roll me. Actually, no. Let's actually ask that question. Andros, would you turn around instinctively or no?
If I heard the things stop, yeah, I'm turning around.
Okay.
And
I need
slowly,
you to
though.
roll me. Well, that's fine. I need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
I turn slowly. Can I do it with advantage?
No. No, you cannot.
Okay, that's a natural 20.
Okay,
What you
for a
got
total
for me?
of?
20.
Okay.
Not
So,
a smart man. We've established.
as you turn
I'm not,
around,
that's all.
as you turn around, slow, this dreading forebodingness in your chest. Every single one of these creatures' faceplate things got a single bright blue cerulean eye in the center, staring straight at you. You turn around. This is immediate jolt of pain in your mind as you take. Okay. 8 points of psychic damage. And they all in unison turn and take a single step forward towards you.
I pushed the door.
You push the door, and as you push the door, that's the part where the spell just breaks, right? Like the silence, the trepidation just goes. As you push the door open, immediately all the creatures lurch down onto all fours, and Andros, you just hear this groaning as they start scuttling forwards, and you all three of you race through the door, slamming it shut behind you, and breathing heavily. You look to be relatively in the clear. Seem to be in a...
my consciousness towards the other lady that's with us. Just so we're all kind of in this mind thing.
Yeah. Before you do anything with that...
Don't talk out loud, ever. Go ahead.
She takes a note of that. Before... She will remember this. Before you do anything about that. This room around you appears to be a plush, lavish lounge area. Used to be a roaring fireplace off to the left. A table sat next to this lovely couch. Tapestry upon the ceiling. A couple bookshelves. A tumbler of what appears to be rum. 2 glasses next to it. A door leading out. Only problem is that they're all about 5 times bigger than you. As you are now feeling like a mouse in someone's home. The door behind you is just a part of the wood paneling that makes up the skirting boards. There appears to be several mouse holes around you. For the moment, you're safe. Ish.
What do we hear on the other side of the door that we just came through?
Nothing.
As if the space was shunted away.
Yep.
I'm gonna open the
Oh,
door.
that's concerning.
Make me a strength check, please.
Strength check.
Yes, please. Little strength check.
I'm not even going to tell you what it was. That's just a fail in any world.
I want to know what it is.
It's a 3.
Oh, that's 6. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's fail. Door does not open. Barely even, rattles. It's just shut.
Again, in both of their minds. Don't speak out loud. Do we go straight for the door? Or do we go through the mouse holes?
Mouse holes.
You could certainly try going through the door if you wish to climb up 30 feet to the handle.
That's easy enough.
Right, well, I don't think the 3 of us combined can weigh down said handle. Assholes.
What about... And Andress is going to just, puff out a mage hand. What if we pull it down? We weigh it down, and then I use this to help pull.
Get up there easily. I can get a rope up there. But the only issue is pulling the rope down.
Would you rather fight giant mice, or would you rather fight whoever's house is big enough to be this?
Given that if we choose option 1, we'll probably have to fight option 2 eventually. Let's just go with option 2.
Andros and Reverence, I would like you to tell me your surface level thoughts. Just what are you thinking right now? What you feeling?
Andress is thinking of the woman that the rock fell on back in the theater. It's just full of this hope of she's alive.
I'm thinking of the lady right next to us, and I'm thinking, is she going to kill us or something? What's her deal? That sounds like it would be part of the room, part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But now he's also thinking about what not to do by his his rope up and throw it up there to grab the door handle.
Absolutely. She turns to you both and speaks out loud. I think that we are in the clear. So, hazard a guess that it's safe to speak out loud, and given that we've not immediately combusted, I would assume we are fine. That being said, while I don't appreciate being left behind, I do appreciate the pragmatism behind it. And thank you for helping out, and nods towards you, Andros. That was not a pleasant experience.
I can imagine. Andros, what's your name?
Insight. Sorry,
Sorry, what did you say, Reverence?
I said insight.
What? No, on what? Tell me what you're trying to insight.
Is she? What was this comment? She knows the reason behind it all. Like, I'm basically just trying to get a sense of trustworthiness from just knowing the lady.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll insight. The French, they're always untrustworthy.
That's an 8, but I'm gonna die on that because I can have a shit ton of them. That's a 10.
10? 10 total?
10 total. Still fails. I assume.
She... It's not that it fails as opposed to... You've just met her. You can't quite tell her trustworthiness. You can tell she's not lying, that it definitely wasn't a pleasant experience. And that she does appreciate the brutal pragmatism in leaving her behind to make sure you guys can make it through. And yeah, she's not fond of the fact that you did that, but she can still respect the decision behind it. That's really the most you can glean. But as you say, Andros, she'll say, Luciana.
Let me roll something really quick.
Let me roll a death saving throw over my mind.
Well, something that is going to go very poorly. We call it a critical thinking check.
You never know.
16.
Yeah, Andros seems to get a look like he's in deep thought. Very lovely name. And are you... And he's going to wipe his hand sort of on the part of his face that his mask isn't showing. Is going to show sort of changeling white. Are you, or am I sort of looking for similarity?
Alright, this is weird.
Sorry, say that again, please, Andros.
He's revealing the part that's not covered by the hag mask. It's going to flare changeling style white, and he's gonna go, are you also, or am I searching for similarity?
Well, I am changeling, if that is what you're asking.
Me too. Born or something else?
Can you not be changed?
I would assume born. I don't think that I could be something else if I was... Anyway, what is your name?
I'm
Speaking to reverence. Can I say that again, please?
He said he's reverence. I said, oh boy.
Okay. Well, now that we are all acquainted, if we would want to do the door, we can try. But I do have something. Which one out of you two weighs the most?
Depends on how much I want to weigh.
Well, I could make one of you larger. Let's say, troll, ogre height.
Oh,
Alright, we're making that one larger. I'm gonna go get is there any individuals in this room that we like giant individuals, or is there any like hiding spot that someone could be in, like a closet, a separate door, around the hallway?
Nah, doesn't appear to be.
All right,
There's
cool.
a singular door that leads to that you're essentially tying your rope to, the handle, but that's about it.
Got it. All right, so I'm gonna grab my rope climbing. I'm gonna look at it and I'm gonna say a word in Elvish. Hold up the rope, and the rope just starts animating, moving its way up to the handle, tying itself around it. And I'm gonna
Absolutely.
tug it snug, and I'm basically gonna grab it. And I'm basically gonna start trying to pull down the handle, signaling everyone else to come in and help it with it.
As you do so, Luciana says to you, Andros. So, would you be okay with me telling you, Laja? I feel like that would just help us out a bit more.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Wonderful. Are we going to be stepping on the handle, or are we pulling the rope? I'm confused. What does he want?
Pulling the rope, and I guess I'll pull it with the olden mage hand.
We can pull the rope, we can jump on the rope, we can jump on the handle. It doesn't matter which. If we need to jump on the handle, I'm going to say another command word, and now there's going to be little knots that form all the way up the rope that makes for a much easier climbing it. Much easier time climbing it.
Well, yeah. Guess we better get that away. And she waves a hand backwards facing you, Andros, to the right. And you feel everything start to just come closer in reach, at least the objects in the room, as your companions grow further, as you are now size large, as she casts enlarge on you.
Oh,
She takes her
Hey,
position
yeah,
by the
and-
rope.
Andros is gonna, get to the door handle and try to pull it.
Absolutely. Reverence.
I follow.
I need everyone to make athletics checks with advantage, please. First group athletics check I've ever done.
24.
This is not gonna go well.
It's advantage, don't worry. Magical ropes make things much easier.
Okay,
Andros,
first one's a 14.
Okay, well, sorry, I forgot to mention, because you are one size larger, please add a +2 to your roll as well.
Okay,
Disadvantage.
16.
You're bullshitting me.
No, that's
Oh,
a 14 plus 0 plus 2.
you are a fool, my friend. Everyone knows strength is really the best stat in D&D's to ever have.
I'm a bard. I don't need it.
I have a +5.
I'm hot. I don't need to be strong or smart.
So, as you three take your positions, you do. It takes you a bit. It takes you a while. About a minute. After a minute of heaving and tugging, eventually the handle gives way to a point where you hear the inner workings of the door click and you can lean backwards and make your way slowly, and the door pulls out. And
I'm going to unattach my rope
absolutely.
as soon as the door opens.
Rope unfolds itself and comes back down into a simple loop. And as the door opens, Andros, you find yourself reverting back to your normal form. Or normal height, rather. Well, that was not so bad. Oh, right, before I forget, is any one of you injured, or are we all good on that front? I have a couple potions left over from...
I could use one. That looking at the thing in the library didn't really do me good.
I'm in perfect condition. Well, besides the monotonous rooms that I've been traveling through for 4 days.
Yes, please tell us you have some way of getting out or...
Oh, I do. It is, I need the right location for it, so I'm hoping to find a... what do you say? Essentially, I need something where it is decently hot. And so far, I've not been able to find it. When I say decent, I mean we're talking like, let's say,
I was going to say I'd lick my elbows, but nah. All right, go ahead.
volcano level of hot. Malox Azrine, something like that.
All right, you need it. It's not a heat. That's
Well, I don't. Okay. I'm. When it comes to the arcane, I am not. While I might be talented, I am not always using my own power, and unfortunately, patrons being what patrons being, it requires a little bit something specific sometimes to power said things.
you're a magic caster of the fun variety.
Yes, well, regardless, we would be able to help it out. Hopefully, once I find such a location, I do have the components for it. But regardless, and hands you, Andros, a small diamond-shaped bottle that is filled with red liquid, as she hands you a superior healing potion, which is
Oh yeah.
8d4 plus 8.
Are you a DM where if I take a whole action, I get the max thing?
No, I am not.
Ooh, you said 8d4 plus 8?
Yep.
Okay, I'm at max.
I forgot you got baby hit points.
Yeah. Even before the plus 8, I'm at max.
Absolutely.
Where did you say you were from again, Madam Luciana?
Sorry, say that again?
Where did you say you were from? Sorry, you just seem really familiar to me.
Oh, I am from. Hold on, let me pull up the timeline. Because the specific place that I said last time. Where is it? Her timeline, not the one on the server.
Andros is also going to
Uh,
look at Reverence, and so while to Luciana looks like he's just sort of pulling the hair out of his eyes, he's going to tap his temples and shoot a look over at Reverence.
Originally, I am from the continent of Reese. I came here 15, 20 years ago. Something like that. Why?
Nothing. You just. It seems idiotic to say it to a changeling, but you have one of those faces.
I agree. That does sound very idiotic to say to a changeling.
Hmm.
As a changeling, from a changeling to a changeling.
Yes, but
Well, in any
I've
case,
seen you before.
I don't remember seeing you, if that is what you're trying to imply.
Oh,
I
it's
don't.
nothing like that.
I don't really wander in your kinds of circles.
Fair.
But regardless, I am not looking to stay within these catacombs, so once we find a sufficient place, I am teleporting out, and I'm happy to lend that to the rest of you as well. Unless you wish to stay down here, in which case, by all means.
Well, in that case, right, it's sounds good with me. All right, what's in the next room? He's going to start scouting, like not walking forward scouting, but like visuals.
Absolutely. It is, as you open the doorway, it's to this smooth stone wall, but at the center of which is a doorway which is your height.
Huh.
And at that, she kind of just goes, "What the fuck?" And she passed through. You come out into this almost like a graveyard. It's this place filled with numerous tombstones and whatnot, dark, twisting, deadened trees. The sky itself is this gloomy gray fog. And it's dark, but also still lit enough to the point where you can see decently well. Like a half gloom. And in the distance, maybe half a mile off, you see around numerous lantern lights moving slowly about this expanse of gravestones. That
Can I
is
make this is a will-o-wisp?
Sorry, say that again?
Would I be able to make the assumption that this is a will-o-wisp?
You can assume, but chances not, dude.
I don't want to be spotted by those lights. Let's look for the exit.
I agree. And he's going to look at Reverence and like feverishly tap his head again. Still
Make
just
me a
having
sleight of hand check, Andros, with advantage. She is actively paying attention to you now. Better or for worse?
I'm going to... So I'm going to drop my telekinetic bond between... What's her face?
Luciana.
Yep. And
25.
now back to 2. What's up?
We can't trust her. She's good at magic. She can get us out of here. Don't turn your eyes from her. She, according to one of the friends that I told you about, wiped a town off the map. I'm just trying to see the resemblance of what I've heard to what I'm looking at.
Well, let's get to the other end of this. It's going to be quite a trek. Hope we can find your volcano soon. He's saying this as he's talking. He's listening, but he's kind of deadpanning. Like he's not head
I
speaking.
don't need a volcano per se, just the heat of one.
Unfortunately, my type of magic isn't the type that allows us to create super hot fire. Alright, let's start moving. And Reverence is going to... I'm going to be moving stealthily, but I'm also going to be taking my bonus action dash. So I want to be moving 30 feet. But being stealth, I'm trying to basically pull out a course across.
Sure. Again, all these lantern lights are about half a mile off. Like, they're a ways away. You can try and be stealthy, but it doesn't appear like you really need to be right now.
Alright, then I won't. I'll just continue moving forward at a pretty decent
Absolutely.
pace.
Could both of you make me perception checks, please?
Wow. Another 18. And guess what? If I need to, I can add a d8 to that if that fails.
13. I cannot add a d8 to that.
Sorry, it's late tonight. It's late tonight. It's late every night. So 13, 18, and Luciana's. Lovely.
4.
No, not quite. Andros, as you walk amongst this group, you see here and there headstones of which these tombs all look recent, relatively. Andros, would you do me a favor? Just list 5 names Andros would know of people from their head.
But let me go to everyone's favorite fantasy name generator.
No.
Please
This can be
rest your
characters
mind.
you know. Like
Please rest your
this can be characters you know. This is characters you know. It's very much a case of okay. For example, Oswald's Mandela's name is in your head. Eveld Hart's name is in your head.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put those two down.
Well, no, it doesn't matter what you put down. It's as long as you know them.
I'll put the barkeep for the Celestine.
You know their name?
Yes, but do I remember it? No, but I know it. Going to put down Remakath, his parents, and the woman the woman from the theater.
A woman from the theater, the name of which you never remember.
Yeah. I'm sure she
So-
was important to someone.
Well, here's the thing. You're not really putting these down. These are just names in your head that, as you walk, are plucked from and chipped away onto these gravestones. Ophidia, I'm in 10. Not one
That
for
one.
Remakath, but the others, they're the three. They're there. As you step further, names stretch out longer. Archmage Felwinter. Oswald Mandel. Veldhart. Reverence. Luciana. Andros. If you reach forward for it, try to wipe it away, it's there, it's real. It's your name on a gravestone.
That's unsettling. But seems to be of no impact. So, should we keep moving?
I've never
1 second, for Reverence here. 1 sec. As you look up Andros, who are you talking to?
I don't know who Randris is.
No. Andros doesn't see anyone.
Oh, well, that's anxiety feeling. Do they see me?
We'll get to
Out
them
of
in a minute.
character?
We'll get to them in a
Okay.
minute, don't worry.
Oh no.
Do another good old critical thinking checks with Andros. It's an 18. I'm going to put a dancing lights in my hand. I'm going to point as I place them. I'm going to place one to the right of me and one to the left of me. Okay. Do I remember that there were other people down here with me?
Yeah. You remember them completely. You just don't see anyone.
If you're here, stand on the dancing lights. I can't
Nothing
see
happens.
you.
Because nothing happens because you can't see them because they're just not there. You're alone. In a graveyard. Surrounded by graves of people you knew, including yourself. I'm
Okay.
going to quickly cut to Reverence. Reverence, as you walk, Odd looks aside around this graveyard. She gets to a point as you charting this path out, looking for an exit. It's your main goal. Luciana kind of just grabs your wrist real quick from behind. That's the other one. Andros, where's he gone? Talking to you, Reverence.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. He takes a look around, assuming he doesn't see him. Looks like we have another fun room on our hands. I don't know.
Well, are we going to look for him or are we leaving? Pretty fine to leave me behind.
Yeah, that's because you look like a trap. Let's be honest here. I know he isn't a trap. At least I assume he isn't a trap. You were in the center of a room surrounded by things, and I thought you were going to shriek like a banshee the second you saw us. Alright, I guess let's look, but let's not lose our minds looking.
How long would you be willing to look for Andros, Reverence?
20 minutes.
Okay. At about the 16-minute mark, see in the distance, northward, these two glowing orbs. Very... Oh, but too chill. Very... Well, very much unlike the lanterns that you see in the distances. These two larger glowing orbs, spaced evenly apart. Is that him, or just another part of the room's tricks?
How far away are these orbs?
About 60 feet.
Well, let's find out. And I'm gonna grab a singular ball bearing, and I'm just gonna fucking throw it. I'm gonna throw this thing as hard as I can, all the way over there. I'm probably not gonna be able to hit one of the orbs, but I'm at least gonna try to get their attention.
Nothing appears to happen.
I don't know. You seem to be more of a magically inclined individual than I am.
One moment. I think that is a cantrip, but I could be wrong.
Does this look like the lights that he was holding previously?
Yes.
Right now, that is him actually. We when we slid down and got into your room, he cast something similar to that. That is probably him, or this thing dwells upon our minds. Let's take a look. Although it does probably dwell on our minds. What the hell am I saying?
Well, let's look indeed. As you approach 60 feet, you approach slow or normal speed?
Slow.
24 seconds. 24 seconds is a short amount of time in any of a space. Here and now is just mind-numbing. Moving through these gravestones, all unmarked, no names, no cause of death, no eulogy. Forward. Eventually you see the figure, shoulders, silhouette of one Andros. A light glowing orb on either side. He holds hands in just above the waist, of resting in the typical clasped fingers, surrounded by gravestones of his own name. Andros, you stood here about 5 minutes, if that, before you hear footsteps approaching and see the forms of Reverence and Luciana moving towards you. Indistinguishable expressions upon their face. Well, that is a relief. Is
it though?
Well, they appear to be alive. I will take that over them being dead.
Andros, describe the first room we met.
See, that's not fair. I'm stupid. Full of closets and boxes. Why?
Alright, that's him. Unless if it
Okay.
plays up in our mind. I really don't like the idea of these catacombs controlling our minds.
Well, maybe you should have brought that up with whoever made it.
Do you know who made it?
No? It's been around for thousands of years. If I knew who made it, I would be probably dead by now.
I don't know if he just found it in any sort of book or something. Well, let's go.
I just need to get home. Yes.
So, now, as you move forwards, Andros, your foot catches on not dirt, not mud, not stone, but a metal kind of like hoop thing. You look down. It's a latch, a handle. It appears to be a wooden trapdoor.
Oh. That seems oddly convenient.
As I hear the I'm gonna turn around like something's about to stab him. Trapdoor. Well, let your magic hand open it.
Yes. Anything for finding traps, or balls to the wall, blind go again?
Luciana opens the door, the trapdoor.
Oh, balls to the wall. I like your style.
Fair enough.
She leans down and swings it open. And beneath, there's a ladder, then a doorway, brown arch with a stone kind of archway over the top of it, golden doorknob. Oh, for fuck's sake, more door. It's fine. And she makes her way down the ladder first and goes to open the door before turning around and kind of calling back up. It appears to be clear for now, if you would like to join.
Up, down.
Ah, thank you. I'll also climb down the ladder.
And you come into, as you go through the doorway as well, come into this room which is just swelteringly hot, like awfully so. Skin instantly catches sweat. It's just miserable. Ahead of you is this long rectangular red carpet which leads to a raised up pedestal with a desk. On either side are these two kind of walkways raised up to the second story that each have numerous bookshelves beyond them. Below that are glass cabinets, all just filled with all manner of contraptions. Dangling in place are these what would have been chandeliers, are not attached to anything. They're suspended aloft in the air, burning soft blue flame from the candle.
Oh, I love that Pokemon.
The desk ahead of you, upon this like raised pedestal, is very much a case of you can tell that this is some either eccentric collector or spellcaster of some kind's desk. It's just covered in all manner of mayhem. It appears to be like a shattered red crystal which is slowly drifting apart before being brought back together with these lashing purple lines. There's a
What magical items in here?
we'll get to that in just a moment.
Yeah.
So, there appears to be a singular mechanical bird just running around in circles, two crystalline eyes gazing outward as its beaks open up in silent laughter. Behind the desk itself are 5 individually spaced long arched windows. And upon the deskway itself, you read this little like name tag. Property of Felwinter.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, as do I.
And in the distance, beyond the walls, the glass slightly shaking, you hear this rhythmic, continuous clanging. It's loud. You appear to be in office. What was your question, Reference?
Does he just see any sort of like magical items hanging about?
Uh,
Complete or incomplete?
yes, there are several in cases, but none of these look to be like typical items of use. They don't feel. They feel like prototypes. They feel like products of which are just done as like one-off board inventions.
That would be very interesting if Bowwinter himself made this. Yeah, I know we have a lot of magic schools where I'm from. Where are you from, Andros?
Oh, I doubt you've heard of it. Small town. And he's going to cock an eye at Luciana, like trying to be inconspicuous. It's just a small town called Brentwyn.
Brethren, I've seen it on a map, but I've never been.
Yes, it's a lovely place.
There's no visible reaction from her as she's sort of wandering around in this odd expression on her face.
Well,
Goes to make her way towards the desk.
with natural polishes and stuff, but none are as accepting as Felwinter's.
Yes. Winter is a good seeming man. I was at his school yesterday.
Must have been quite the experience. As she unlatches the front kind of semi-raised fencing off area, banister if you will, into the desk area. Well, I have no idea how we've gotten here, but from very little I know, well, you know exactly where we are.
You do?
Well, I have a guess. I'm not certain, but my guess is that we are in arcane heaven. This is Felwinter's office.
Question.
Really?
Would his office be in the catacombs, or have the catacombs taken us to his office?
I would hazard a guess toward the latter, but well, but Felwinter doesn't know won't hurt him. I want to check some books out before we leave properly.
I have a
And
very
goes to make her way toward one of the walkways on the leftmost side and goes scrolling through the shelves.
All right. Pen and paper, anywhere nearby. I'd assume so. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I'm going to write down a message. I'm going to leave it on his desk. I'm going to write. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if this is real, but the catacombs have taken us directly to your office. Get your security checked, man. Signed, Reverence.
The bird that's kind of you sign this and leave it on his desk, and the bird that's running around in circles, this like mechanical, almost miniaturized ostrich, looks at you, closes its beak, lets out a single before running around in circles again, silent laughter.
Good morning, little bird. Or evening. I don't know what time it is.
Well, outside the windows appears to be daylight. Midday, maybe?
Oh, yes, I do know what day it is.
I'm going to grab a piece of paper, or I'm going to wave my hand over it, and I'm going to use the origami cantrip. Lets me know whether it's night or day. That particular effect right now.
It is day.
Okay.
So we can see the escape door, correct?
The doorway back out the way you came?
A different door, like to continue on, or no?
There's no door to continue on, no. There's the 5 windows, which look to be appearing out into the outside view of Nerevar, and a doorway back out the way you came.
I'm not trying to open a window.
You're gonna try and open a window?
Yes.
Okay. It is locked, but it's a simple enough, like, just latch. You just flip it open and push it open, and you hear laughter of, you know, students down in the courtyard and just the general hustle and bustle of the city of Nerevar beyond that.
But best of all, there is a breeze, a real feeling draft.
Yes, there is.
Oh.
And as you unlatch that, Luciana is still scrolling through the shelves. Right, well, I know that we're out, so if you don't want the teleportation, that is fine. I was planning on going down to Agrepos.
I don't know what that is.
Southwest. Past Port Asabron, near Thamir Bay.
I may just head home.
Well, it was a pleasure.
Good seeing you. Apologize I didn't help you originally. You
Yes.
look like a breeding trap.
No hard feelings. Andrew, surface level thoughts, please.
Oh no.
The honest thought is this an actual way out? And he's thinking of, like, really, he's confused, mostly. Is because if the people who he met down here, the people he was sent to find aren't down here, and where could they be?
Well, it was a pleasure. No hard feelings on that front. And Andros, if you're going back to a Brentwin, please enjoy it.
That is fucked.
As,
I will.
as she
Have you ever
goes
been to Brentwin? I mean, Andros is going to Andros is going to block her at the window. You ever been to Brentwin? By any chance?
cannot say I have. And Andros again. So this all thoughts last for a minute.
Well, firstly, insight fucking check, because that will
Absolutely.
determine.
Well, while you guys are doing this, Reference feels like he's gonna watch a fight scene break out. Everything's
23! Natural 20 plus 3!
You can't tell. She might be telling the truth that she's never been. She might not be. Surface all thoughts.
It's still the answer that you're going to get whenever you cast Detect Thoughts on Andros is a muddled mix of confusion and happiness.
Hmm.
It's still, if they're not down here, where did they find their way out? And just haven't been seen by anyone yet?
Anything in regards to the moment with Luciana right now? Like, no, I've not been to Renthwin. Is there anything in your head that you're pushing?
Not that I'm pushing, no, and not surface level for certain.
Sure. That, in that case, well, no, I cannot say I have. And you said it was your home, and it is beautiful. Nothing more than wishing you well.
Well, if we meet again, I'll buy you a drink as makeup. Have a good day.
Certainly. And well, it's awkward to say goodbye when this is going to take me a minute, but sure.
No, don't worry, I'll say it at 59 seconds.
And with that, we are going to end your guys' part and go over to the next group. And I am going to quickly take a 5-minute break to get a drink. Please do so if you want to.
Question, is this over for us?
For you two, yes. So if you wish to go, that's more than fine. If you wish to hang out and stay, that's fine. We're going for about another, about an hour, maybe, at best.
Are
Well,
we,
yeah.
wait, are we not joining together this session?
You might be towards the end of it. But regardless, I'm going to take a 5-minute break to go get a drink. And thank you all very much, Anya, Dragon, very much.
Yep.
I do hope you enjoyed your half.
Yeah. Now we just gotta find y'all.
Good for you.
Or
God, I wish that were me.
either now we gotta find you or you gotta find the exit, homie. I'm not sure which one yet. Give me a week to think about it.
Are we all good to go?
Yes.
Yag.
Austin, you good, homie?
No, but I can play.
Sure?
Yeah.
Okay, if you're sure. So, there's no questions. We'll jump into the recap. Ugh.
Dying.
Last time on Batman the Brave and the Bold, we had. Sorry, I was taking a drink. We had a wonderful little character introduction of one Zachria Rancheret, and met them in a prismatic tunnel. Supposedly, they were sent to investigate the acid explosions and had a symbol of those involved. And Yvel and Oswald running away from the theater, and it's collapsing. Fed up. After our introduction to Zychria, we learned of what the symbol meant. A supposed continent-wide, common-found cult. Supposedly, there is power in worshipping of demons, but also using this power for the benefit of civilization. But they act as much more of a street gang than really a traditional cult. It's punishable by execution if you follow them. And armed and dangerous is the very most polite of descriptions I could give them. Oswald recognized that the symbol was on decorative elements, or at least an older form of the symbol was on decorative elements of Stroudsburg Keep. You had no idea if Luciana was part of this cult or if she was working with them. If she was part of that cult, that would bring her to 3 cults total. She is triple dipping. Now, there was a little bit of a discussion in regards to the trusting of one Luciana, but, you know, when she pays you and then kills a whole town, what can you do?
It wasn't about the money.
I'm still
It
trusting.
wasn't.
I'll take your fucking dice away if you don't shut up.
It wasn't about the money though. No, my
It's not
dice.
always about the money.
I'll be
Spider-Man.
disappointed in you in a southern accent.
It's about the Mets.
Love the Mets.
New York Mets!
I love the Mets.
Okay.
Mets.
Now, after that, you learned of Zychria's supposed practice in hemocraft, blood magic. I don't know if you had really any experience with that, but coming into a room where you stood upon a steel floor with these deep, winding gouges upon it and this rhythmic, pounding, drumming sound in the dark, you realized that you were on a giant sword, and that pounding in the distance was an anvil. You raced to the edge and left Boris up the top of the sword to hide.
You're goddamn
You-
right I did.
Absolutely. Hey, he deserved it.
He's not dead.
He's still alive.
Tough pig.
There was an old tale of a progenitor of fire giants, this being named Invaldi, who supposedly took the side of Promotos in the initial fight between both gods and primordials themselves. Now, as you said Invaldi's name, the sound stopped. And that's when you hid, like leaving Boris out as a sacrifice. You know, pseudo Jurassic Park leaving the goat for the T-Rex.
Not even pseudo, just exactly like that.
Well, he wasn't going to eat it. Now, you came... That was a bad time to pause. Came to a halt, hiding, and heard one involved you. Grab Boris up, say the words, "You're not mine," and then flick him into a wall across from you. Before lifting up the sword, and as you went to run, reached down and grabbed all 3 of you up in one hand, or bringing you to a bear with ruby eyes and this red chain beard. And
Perfect
before
move.
he could even get, before anything could happen, Oswald asked, "Do you like my boar?" Now, Austin, I'll give you a chance. Do you wish to retcon that or no? That's up to you.
He's currently in the fist of a giant behemoth of a creature. Before he dies, he would probably like to know a fellow craftsman opinion on his creation. So
Absolutely.
that was definitely in
completely fair.
character.
Struth reaction.
Zacharia's just muttering prayers. Genuinely. She's just staring wide-eyed and muttering prayers.
Espíritu Santo.
So, are there any questions?
No.
Let's jump in. we open back into the scene. This darkened room now illuminated by the presence of one Invaldi. And you realize there's not really any lights in here because he kind of is the light.
The light of
Uh,
Allah.
Burning orange skin, the hands of which grip around you, or a hand, bring you to a bear with this large, craggy face, sharp, broad nose, and two giant ruby eyes. The mouth is completely covered by what is presumably a beard, a balded head. And as you ask the question, one of these massive chain eyebrows raises. Is her? What?
Oh, the automaton. I. And he kind of tries to crane his neck, but there's just hand in his field of view, and he can't like do a full like body turn. He says, I don't really know where he is right now, but he was my boy. How does he look? How's he looking at me?
Even though there's no pupil, no iris, no sclera, you can feel the gaze just pinned on you. Just
mean,
this
like-
blank expression.
I mean, like, in the sense that, does he want to kill me for the audacity?
You can't really tell, homie.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure, you can absolutely roll an insight check.
Oh, that's a 12.
There's bewilderment, certainly. Not like
It is met with bewilderment of my own.
now he looks at you and just flesh life forms and puts you down on the table, releases you.
Oswald's jelly legs send him to his knees.
You will immediately just take out his lip. And question, where has he set us down?
Back on the table.
Cool. Is there any optimal way to get out away from the table?
Yeah, Zakia's also looking.
Or is the only entrance or exit that we currently see the one we came from initially?
Don't worry, guys. I got this. Pocket sand. Now run.
There is there. What are you talking about? What entrance?
No,
Fuck!
you can't
Willow.
do this.
No!
You can't,
can't
do
do
this
this to us.
me. You're
No,
not
no,
going to
I
be
can.
sacrificed.
If you want to jump off the table, that's fine. But current gas even in the gloom,
Somebody play Dream
120 feet at minimum.
Load up Aerosmith.
Zay-
I have Featherfall.
The entrance that
You do.
I
But do
do.
you want to fall 60 feet per round with potential for him to grab
we
you
can
again?
do a Halo jump, or is it Halo? Whichever one is the one where you open it basically right above the ground.
It's a halo jump, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
It's your
makes
low
sense,
opening.
because... Oh.
No, that's how you do it. That's always how you use Featherfall. You never fucking cast Featherfall at the beginning of the fall.
Of course not.
You wait until you get to the ground and then you cast.
Sing with me.
Zakia's
Lucky
jealous.
I'm willing to lead into interpretation there, because rules is
Exactly.
written no,
I
not at all.
know. Most DMs are lenient to us. I'm very grateful for that.
Zakria
Anyways,
legs have also turned
do I
into
see
jelly.
any fucking exit at this place?
No, and,
Fuck.
sorry, Zyker, what do you do?
I'm sorry, I interrupted. I'm just saying, at this point, Zakria's legs are... She's looking around, but her legs have also turned to jelly. She's still muttering prayers. She's grabbing some wooden beads on her wrist, and she's just grasping them as tight as she can.
Get yourselves together. I can't hold both of you. Okay,
Alamon isn't here. You can stop with that.
I'm very, very sorry. We did not mean to intrude in any way. We kind of got lost in the catacombs of Nerevar, and I don't know how we ended up here. But if you point us to the exit, we will get out of your. It doesn't have hair, does it?
Does he have hair?
He has a beard and eyebrows. If you want to bring that up, maybe he's got nose hair chains rattling around up there. You don't know.
We will
Christian,
Oh God,
exit
no!
your hair.
We will exit. We will get out of your workshop or forge, whichever is appropriate.
That depends on where you're trying to go.
Up?
out of the catacombs.
Out.
Nerva?
That is all relative. I need an actual location if I was to help. Why would I help you?
DM.
Yeah.
What was the name of the inn that we were staying at?
The Celestine. You want to try and guess that this guy who's been imprisoned
I
for
don't think he
thousands
knows
of
what a-
years
I don't-
knows modern day tavern names?
Could you perhaps point us in the direction of the Celestine Inn?
Or at least the surface area of the tar hands.
Oh, you're new. Okay.
I feel offended by that. Not even me personally.
Kind of crouches down to become
Sounds like
island
tourist.
on the table.
Goddamn
Right.
tourist.
Just looks towards you. I've not been outside of this place. Or what's the year currently?
703 of the third. Wait.
Yes.
This is what's like. Yuval does not pause. Yuval would absolutely know this. Yes, 3. I am correct. Yes. 703 of third era.
So that is upwards of 6,000 to 8,000 years.
Oh, that's.
Whatever it is you're
very
talking
long
about, I
time.
have no idea.
Would it
So
help
you
if
don't
we
know-
described it?
Unless you know of blue tiefling, not you, man, beard, red cloak, blue robes, dark blue top, light
actually
blue
Mandel.
pants. What?
Sorry, it's not Manbeard, it's Mandel. Oswald Mandel. At your service?
I said not you. I was talking about her. Points towards Zychria.
Hey?
Because blue tiefling.
I hate skinbacks.
Maybe you should stop being so big and intimidating then.
He can't help it, okay?
Yes, he can.
He was
He's a
born
big
this
man
way.
in a small world.
He can absolutely help it. Just not reduce, man. Okay, reduce. Anyways,
But that brings me to my next conundrum with the three of you. I could help. Could smack you out of here. But one
damn,
of
can
you-
I say what the fuck he means by smack us out
No,
of
he
here?
means
That sounds
he
like a
smacked
thinly
Boris.
veiled.
He smacked Boris. He definitely meant smack.
I think he means kill.
He definitely meant smack like bugs. Definitely.
No, I want to roll an insight check for that.
Sure.
Ah. I don't have Evel's character sheet open. Fuck.
You fool.
Oh, that's a 6 plus. It's loading. Give me a second.
You got
Plus 4, 10.
No, you don't know.
Ah,
If
He
I-
might smack you. He might squash you. He might just breathe fire on you for all you fucking know. Who knows?
If I could make a small suggestion, perhaps not the smacking part.
yes. People are very fragile in comparison to you.
I would prefer not to die.
That might kill us.
I have children. I want to see them again.
Well, so do I, and I would have preferred to not been locked in here for the past, well, 8,000 years, because of the one that you, points towards Zychria, see fit to call savior.
Can
Hmm.
I'm gonna roll a personal intelligence check for this for Oswald.
Certainly.
Oh god, that's a natural 20. Good sir, has anybody else perchance invaded your home such as we have in those past 8,000 years?
One very irritating individual who saw fit to steal several strands of chain. But he's come back time and time again. Good luck. Maybe he'll be back to pick you up.
Is there no way for us to help?
Certainly. Convince me why I should help someone who worships a being who saw fit to lock me in here for 8,000 years.
Why were you?
She wasn't born yet?
The sins of the son are not the sins of the father, please!
Ethically
He's gotten
speaking.
high pitched because he's fucking terrified.
I was doing high pitch
feel
on my own
like-
accord. I wasn't even noticing Oswald's.
Like, he was fucking
She was
terrified.
born this way.
Behold, a tiefling.
Behold the tiefling. Trademark. All rights reserved.
So, Oswald says that. What does Yvette say, sir?
Yveld is asking, genuine sincerity, why were you imprisoned here?
Side.
So what are you in for?
Right. Right.
You ever made a choice outside of the bounds of what people say is right?
We have! We actually have! We're being hunted by the Fate God because of it.
Oh, yes, actually, yeah. I keep forgetting that.
Yes, that hasn't come
It's
up
one of those
very
things
often,
that's-
granted. But
Yeah,
we are being hunted
it's one of those
by
things
them.
that just kind of exists in the back of your mind, then just pops into your main field of vision sometimes. And all you can do is kind of just go, oh shit. Yeah, we kind of apparently were, well, my best guess is meant to die in a certain situation, then we didn't, and apparently the Weaver is angry with us in regards to that.
Berlandril is a facetious little cunt. Again, I'm failing to see why I should help. I am doing you all the good grace of neutrality.
Well, what do you have to lose helping?
Paul's shoulders. Some hands to where the chain is bound between them. Quite a lot.
Is there something in the terms of your imprisonment that says you can't help those who accidentally end up here?
Can't help anyone. Those are the rules. Feel free to make yourselves at home. Or I can smack you.
No, I think
You
we
seem quite
prefer.
obsessed with the smacking.
Well, I did once smack one Craxovern 600 odd miles.
Oh, that's
Youch.
very impressive.
Oh. When you have a little orc man gallivanting around in bone skirts, you see fit to
Little
flick away
orc
the
man.
nets.
Gallivanting.
He's just
I know,
bouncing
he's-
around.
This is someone that does not like the gods, people. He's gonna use every insult he can.
Meh.
No, we will never top cunt wagon. That's
No.
Cunt wang.
That's a
you've
special
said the
thing.
back of a wagon and called it a meaty cunt.
Mm,
Yeah,
Well,
been smacked in the face by a limp spaghetti noodle.
I suppose if you don't mind, we'll just be having a look around, trying to find an exit.
You wouldn't stop us in this case, would you? I mean, you wouldn't be helping us. We'd just be
You
looking
wouldn't
around
hit
on
a
our
man
own.
with glasses, would
We'll get out of
Steal
the way.
a car. What did you say,
you?
Zachary?
You wouldn't download a car.
We'll get out of your way if You don't want us interrupting you anymore? She can tell she's still kind of terrified.
The last person that was trapped here couldn't find a way out because the catacombs saw fit to spit him out and not let him back in. He can be here anywhere from 2 days to 50 years, so get comfortable.
Oswald looks fucking pale.
Zachary does too.
No. I'm going to look around now. Thank you, good sir, for not killing us.
Since Zachary follows.
Please tell me this table has a staircase somewhere. Maybe a ladder?
As you go to walk away, you hear this call from Giant, like, as he looks up toward the ceiling. This behemoth of an individual. Oh, I really could use some way to see. And the gloom disperses, and you see above is this circular window lifting towards this just alarmingly blue sky.
Now when you say things like alarming blue, that...
Aquamarine colored.
Very blue.
No,
Considering we
DM.
haven't seen the sky since.
Can I roll some kind of check to determine why it's alarmingly blue?
Yeah,
Can
it's
I try to
aquamarine.
determine if it's
Can I, like
actually
an
the
arcana
sky?
or
Sure, you can roll an arcana check.
Can I help with that, or?
Roll arcana checks if you want.
Okay.
What the fuck? Another natural 20.
A total of?
For a whopping 28 points
26.
of arcana.
Oh,
28.
that's
What
a
is
17.
26.
17?
26.
17, 26, 28.
17, 26, 28.
It
Oh
might be.
god. It would suck for you guys if I got stuck in this voice for the rest of the session.
Oh no.
We would love
No, I'm
it
kidding. I'm kidding.
because we love it.
We would love it. Willow wouldn't.
Oh, I hate the gods, I do.
I know.
You stuck with that one.
Oh, shucks,
I
mister.
know, please
Can
don't.
I have another bowl
Jesus.
of gruel?
More gruel?
What is this? I've completely derailed this into another form of RP.
You have.
Where is this going? Where the fuck is this
You
going?
don't want to know. You don't want to know.
We can pick this up after the session, Austin, okay?
Okay, babe.
Okay. So, for all of you, can discern that that is not, in fact, the actual sky.
No.
Who would have guessed? Oh my god, it's aquamarine
pissing
in
myself.
color? It's not the natural sky of one Aren? That's crazy. Let me look at what the actual thing is, because I currently
my
have
fucking
deleted it
God.
from my shorthand notes.
What color is the sky?
My notes are in shorthand, and they're perfectly comprehensible.
Well, goody for you.
Skill issue.
Krill issue.
Real issue.
Krill issue on Shrutman. I am one in a Krillian.
Sorry, for all of you, you would understand that this is a modified arcane gate. And gives off enough light to fill this whole space. And remind me just again, which of you were the ones that went inside Felwinter's library? I believe it was both Yvel and Oswald, right? It wasn't.
It was, yes, it was
Yes.
Yvel and Oswald, and, well, Andros.
Has the same type of feel about it as the library.
Okay, DM, quick question. Which of them do I have to kill for the fly spell?
Hey, if you have enough bodies, you can stack them and get up there. It only takes us
It's
5
li-
billion
it's-
lions to
it's-
get to the moon, people.
It's like Minecraft. It came Minecraft, but instead of blocks, you use corpses.
God.
You can keep remaking bars.
How many years?
Tower of Boris.
Wait, the sword.
I have floating
Here's what we do.
discs.
We get the giant to like fling us like a catapult with the sword.
Well, he did
Funny
say he
enough, I
could
have-
smack you.
No.
Did she smack upwards?
He
I
can
wanna-
probably stack up. Yuval
He
like
ain't gonna catch
looks
her.
up at
No.
this thing.
No.
He's gonna fucking launch us into the lower atmosphere.
That's why we have Featherfall prepared. Yuval's gonna look at Valdi and say, so
About that
it
smacking.
doesn't. Yeah, if you could you get us up there? And Yuval points to the window.
I cannot help you in any way. Though,
Please.
if I was pissed off enough,
Your sword looks
600
like shit.
miles is an easy number. But I find it these days remarkably easy to keep my calm unless incentivized.
You could never achieve something as grand as my boar.
Yuval's gonna look at Oswald and say, you might want to get Boris next to us so that when he smacks us, get
I can
there all
rebuild him,
together.
It's fine.
Yes, that takes materials and all that. No, doesn't it?
Totally doesn't.
Huh?
It is
Okay.
absolutely free.
Yuval's gonna
You
look and
found
say,
a
oh, you
reality
think this is?
loophole.
Oh, you think this is calm? You think you're calm? That's funny. You know,
And-
I don't have experience being, trapped in an enclosed space for millennia or anything like that, but I do have, well, a bit of a friend who does. Now that's calm. A very reasonable individual. Very helpful too.
The deep-rooted one is anything but helpful.
You sulk like a child, and I should know I have 2 of them.
I have 10,000. Last count.
Wow,
Could I
you're quite
detect
the absent
thought?
parent, aren't you?
On Invaldi? Jesus Christ. We are bullying this
Austin, is this
individual
cathartic
here.
for you? What's up, man?
We're trying to get ourselves killed at this point.
Hey, he has clearly set a requirement. I'm going to meet it.
Austin, how cathartic is this for you? I need to know.
I am replacing my anxiety with hatred right now.
Andrea's just looking between the two, and then she looks down at the her wooden bracelet with a pot.
Where I was once gutted, I am now filled with poison.
This is where everything. This is what everything Austin wants to say to his floor manager at Amazon.
Could I cast Detect Thoughts in Invaldi?
You could.
Surface thoughts.
That's why your mama
No.
dead.
Remind me, what components does it have?
It's got. Second.
You get no bitches.
It's got verbal, somatic, and
You are
material
asexual.
components.
You're an incel.
Verbal and somatic components.
Yeah.
What level is it?
It's first. Wait, no, not first. Sorry, it's second.
You,
Oh,
An
okay.
idiot.
you
So,
would
uh,
aim
It's
for Twitter
a
blue.
range. It's essentially a range itself, but it's expanded for a radius of 30.
Did you like get ready to do the hand motions that constitute detect thoughts? Taps twice on the floor and it's just dispelled. I think not.
Do I waste the spell slot?
Yes, it's counterspelled.
Fuck!
It's counterspelled.
Ah!
Here's just like she's looking at her bracelet and
I'm
she's
just
looking at.
completely unfair.
I've helped form the rooms that have kept floating cities together. What have you ever done? Can we really? Can you help me with the insult flinging, please?
I can give one, but I think I might be going a little too far.
I don't think there is a case of too far. We want him to fling us.
Yes, but it has a requirement, apparently.
No, but also to bring up a good point here. What have you accomplished in your time? I mean, millennia is quite a long time. You have your workshop. What have you been making?
You should really learn to sign your work.
Okay, Yvel, is that you trying to insult or genuinely ask?
You've all
'Cause that's
honestly
gonna
this
depend
point-
on
For
the kind of check on ice
Yveld,
cream you.
who could ever truly say?
I think it's a very it's not the best attempt at insults because Yvel generally doesn't like insulting people. Funnily enough.
Okay.
What if I
But
use
there's a-
Tasha's
she-
caustic brew now?
There's like the clinking of chain as an eyebrow raises. Just-
It's the rock.
yeah. It just says yeah.
Yeah.
No insults. This is quite miserable.
I mean, I'd imagine so. It doesn't seem like you've made anything worthwhile.
No, your
Must be a
excuses are
shame to be a,
insults.
creator that can't
I
create.
haven't had to insult
proper.
anyone in ages. What do you
Yeah,
I hate this. I
I-
don't like it.
Zychria, do you want to say something?
yeah. I'm sure Talamon's made quite a few mistakes, but honestly, I don't think putting you down here was one of them.
So with that one,
Oh, there we go.
I need everyone to make a charisma check.
Oh no!
Why?
Oh no!
Zychria at
Can I
We're
advantage.
have
so
no
fucked.
advantage? Just straight check?
Straight check, Zychria at advantage.
So that's a 16
Why
total,
can't- why
which is
can't you
very
make
not bad.
persuasion? Fuck. That is a 2. That is a natural 1 plus 1.
That is
for
two
a
threes.
2.
Oh,
That is-
oh wow. Vel, what did you get?
16.
Okay. Austin, you know what?
What do you want from
Considering
me? I'm trying so much here, man. What the fuck do you want
Cons-
from me?
considering you brought the thing into this, roll a charisma check for Boris.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's gonna help.
What the
But
fuck?
sure.
I don't know if I get to add anything to that.
Natural 20.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a plus to that. It doesn't say.
There may be a
it
minus.
has stats.
There's
There's
no
a
charisma modifier.
-2. Well, yes, there is.
Where?
It's
The
a
Steel
4.
Defender has a charisma of 6 for a modifier of -2.
Where is
Yeah, it's a
this?
4.
Tell me.
Well, probably because
mention.
D&D Beyond is a shitty little
You
website that
have to
doesn't
click on
properly
the
lay
Seal
out
Defender,
shit.
Austin, to get the stats.
Just, I'll send the link.
There we go. Found it.
And that's pretty cool, not funny.
Keep your link. I will not see it.
So,
Pretty hopeful.
So yeah,
It's a good
18.
link.
at
Everyone else's rolls are great.
at everyone's collective diatribe of insults, there's like this motion of just
L plus ratio.
Boredom.
Cope see the moment. Don't care. Did it ask?
Oh, fucking damn it!
Oswald sounds like a grown-up bling bling. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Bling Bling wasn't fucking British.
He
wasn't.
was. I think he was, wasn't he?
No.
I don't
He had a
remember.
Who the
lisp.
fuck is Bling
but
Bling?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Johnny
Okay, never mind. Yeah,
Test. It's just in
Still
terms of
don't know who that
mannerisms. I can
is.
hear Bling Bling saying that at like 4.
it was Bling Bling.
The British
I
has
guess.
infected your memories. It's not
Eh.
healthy for you.
I don't think I knew who that was before I came here either.
So, at everyone's collective insults, there's this like kind of just pause before. I am so insulted.
Yes. And it was quite
And-
easy to do so.
Question:
Zachary just slaps his hand across.
Is, is
You
any
can't stop
or
me.
is any one of you thinking about where you want to go?
Oh no.
think you
Oh
Veld
no,
kind
no,
of
no, 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 no.
Let me roll something for Yveld. Oh no, yeah, Yveld's kind of the moment,
Actually, no. I want
Given
everyone
the
to tell me
window, I
where they
think-
want to go in terms of where they're thinking they're going to go. So Yveld first.
Okay.
so where she wants to go, or which place she's thinking
Which
about
place
right
she's
now?
thinking of? Which place she's thinking of?
I think because of the window, she's thinking about Felwinter College.
Okay. Austin.
So
Oswald,
I
rather,
rolled.
sorry.
I rolled, and if it was going to be a low roll, he was going to think of his children. And if it was a high roll,
Oh no.
Oh no!
he was going to.
Oh
think,
no.
Austin.
He was going to think of Luciana. I
Oh,
got an
no.
18 on the die. He is thinking of Luciana with a little bit
Austin.
of vengeance.
Austin, you realize that if you appear in the same space as a creature occupies.
Telefragger. It's like Quake. I'll telefragger.
Now, Zychria, where are you thinking? What would be in your head right now? Like in terms of location,
In your
where you want to go?
head.
This depends. Is there a church in the town we were just in? I forget the name. Nerevar.
Nerevar? No. Nerevar is a godless land, like New Jersey.
Or Detroit.
Then she would have been thinking of probably actually of her most recent meal, which probably would have been at the tavern.
Gotcha. So,
I'm going to fucking
as he
die.
lifts you up Veld, your head, you hear, "Careful treading the path of the deep," as he lifts you up, all in one hand, bars included,
Aw, how kind.
raises you up to the gate. You're about 40 feet away from it, lets you drop, and just spikes you up into the air. All of
Oh
you
my
take...
Oh god,
no.
the damage.
Oh god.
I don't know if I'll
Oh
live.
no.
Boris is dead.
I can
Boris
handle
is just like dead.
I can handle it.
It's not a lot, guys. Chill. 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's
yeah, Boris
okay.
is
That's
dead.
Is he
Right.
dead?
He had 9 HP left. You dealt 30,
Oh.
like 30 something to him
oh yeah.
with the smack.
Hey, man. Hey, man. What can I say? He was aiming to kill that time. Now, as you are spiked upwards immediately, like the force digging into your spine, just kind of cracking it, launch through the arcane gates. Yveld, roll me a D100.
Oh,
God.
no.
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna fucking die.
And it's all your fault.
No, it's not.
You
Shut the
insulted
fuck
him
up.
all the time.
It says you.
Yeah, me. The totally innocent one.
Yeah,
we have
you.
a recording. I will not edit it before I give it to you. I will not trade your voice to an AI so I can mark all the insults onto you.
That's a 4.
4. Okay. Also, roll me a D100.
Well, piss.
Ah.
Clickety clack. Ooh, 97.
Okay. Zachary, roll me a D100.
That is a 55.
This is gonna fucking kill us.
We get launched into the ocean.
I have great.
God,
I'm
This is the
I
great
have-
part
I have
about
actually-
Hey, this is the great part about us all being spellcasters. I want all of you to roll me a D20 and add your spellcasting ability modifier to it. So for Oswald and Zachary, intelligence, and Yveld, intelligence. All of you intelligence.
Roll what? Not
So-
what? That's what.
D20 intelligence modifier.
Okay,
So,
fucking
19 plus 5,
natural
24.
20.
1 second. Let's. Otherwise, I'm gonna not hear anyone. So Oswald was 24. Yveld,
Natural 20 for a total of 27.
27.
Are you
saying
saying
you're
you're smarter than me?
It's 11 plus 4, which is
15.
15.
Okay.
Wait,
I roll
how
my
the
own
fuck do you have a
D100.
plus 7, Yveld?
Because 18 in intelligence, proficiency with spell attack.
No,
Wait,
no,
my
no,
bad.
Intelligence
it's just
modifier.
your
Oh shit,
intelligence
my
score,
bad.
not
For
your
some
saving
reason,
throw.
my brain went spell attack modifier. Yeah, 24 in that case.
Oh,
Sorry.
fuck.
I'm an idiot.
Okay. Now
Yeah,
between,
that my bad.
So
But
this
you
is
spelled-
gonna go off the,
I'm
the
an
two.
idiot.
This is gonna go off the. There's a lot of rolls that needs to be made here, unfortunately. This is gonna go off the 2 highest ones. So Oswald, Yveld, roll these, please.
Oh
Roll
boy.
D20. Whoever gets the higher, and tell me the results.
1, 2.
It's another natural 20.
Okay, so 20.
I got a 15 on the die.
15. All right, now I roll my D100.
Of course
God.
you do.
Oh god.
Everybody's rolling D100s. It's all the rage
Ah!
these days. You fucking dropped them.
I got his dice.
I'm gonna end up on the other side of the fucking world and need to make a new character.
Like I said, we are going to get tossed into the ocean and then we drown. Actually, I mean, I have the manta ray cloak on. I'll be
Dream
fine.
on.
That is the first time I've ever rolled an 100 on a D100 die.
We
Uh-oh.
are.
Oh.
Well, guys, it was nice knowing you.
As you are
Yeah, it was great.
spiked upward, and your screams just tear out of your mouths into the arcane gates and beyond. There's this like shifting sound that whips past your ears, and all your whole vision is just aquamarine. For land, all of you in a piled heap on a
Ow.
floor.
Ow.
Hardwood. Oh, Zachary, your face is resting against like red velvet carpet, and scattered amongst the top of you are the remains of one Boris. You look up.
It's
See across from you.
Boris.
You see across from you 3 figures. One of which is familiar as Andros. The other,
Hey!
a
Oh,
male
no.
tiefling
Oh,
you don't
no.
know.
Oh no.
And finally, a light blue cloak that turns to face you. The face of one Luciana Namrask.
Oh, for
And that's what's
fuck's
going to end
sake.
tonight's session.
Damn you!
God fucking damn it!
Fellas, We kill her. It's that simple. We just
Dodoy.
kill her.